Hello, welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen. I'm not used to looking up there, so this is a little bit weird for me. But I think I actually have the ability to go live without it being a potato can. This just looks really weird to me. Hold on a second. I want you to be able to see like more of the cards. Mm. Is that any better? Not really. Kind of. What do you think, you guys? I think we need. Oh, Lord. Trying to see if I can create a different space for the camera. Give me 2 seconds. Mm, sorry, I should have checked on this beforehand. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? Okay. Do, 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 do. Is that better? Maybe? No? It's like too far to the side, huh, guys? Is that weird? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I have been on tech support for 2 hours. 2 hours. All right, so we're here. Shout out to Alvin for actually figuring out how to get my webcam to work again. So we have this 10 of wands and the 5 of swords. Oh, that was kind of reflecting. Can you see it? And 2 hours later, I'm finally able to do this reading for you. Thank you, everyone, for the patience. I don't know, Redbeard, but it's literally like 3 problems at the same time that happened. Staying zen. Anyways, so we've got this. It's funny because this actually might work for what I've been going through this morning. I kind of chuckled when I saw the 10 of wands and the 5 of swords because it's like, I don't know what to do. I can't change anything. And we literally have someone who's like chained in that coffin, right? So pretty crazy. And the 5 of swords, of course, is about sabotage or somebody kind of like ruining your plans. You too. All right, so let's call on spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you have lovely weather. I hope you have eaten. I have not, so you might hear my stomach growl. But I had to take advantage of the 31% battery and the fact that the webcam was actually being recognized before anything else could potentially go wrong. All right. So if you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box, along with more information on how to become a member, as well as how to find yourself a homemade soy candle. I just made myself some more. I don't sell the 16-ounce ones, but this is what's keeping me going today. I love the bigger candles. I know I spoil myself. All right, let's dive in with this Marigold Tarot. I'm glad you all are here. I just want to hang out with my people. All right, so let's see what else we've got from the Marigold Tarot. This is so weird because I'm used to the laptop being up there and the camera being higher, but hopefully I can remember where it's we've got Knight of Cups, the World, and the Eight of Rings. The Eight of Rings would be the Eight of Pentacles, by the way. This feels to me like someone who had a little bit of a daydream or felt like something was going to go really well. Now they're being faced with the reality of the situation. And with the Eight of Pentacles, this could be about work. This could be about whether or not somebody is willing to work on the relationship. Hello, Callan. How are you doing? Yes. Likes would mean the world to me today because I had to work for 'em. Um, Cherry in the reverse. Yeah, this is like something coming to a pretty crazy close, or like, man, I thought this was going to work out, but it's not what I thought it was. So, Two of Swords and the Ten of Rings or Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this is not a long-term option. I thought maybe it would work, but now I'm at a crossroads and I have to decide what am I going to do to make money or to have that sense of stability elsewhere because this isn't going to work. This isn't going to be the option I thought it was. Oh no, it's buffering now. Oh Lord. I'm sorry, Redbeard. Is it buffering for you as well? Yeah, it looks like it might just be for you, Redbeard. Hello, Lemonade. How's it going? Isn't it? Except for like it's closer. So it's kind of like a middle ground between the phone and the laptop versions. Um, okay, so is this regarding love? Four of Wands. I feel this is a relationship where someone feels that they can't leave the relationship because financially it would be difficult to go it alone. But at the same time, we have this understanding that it's not going to change. It's not going to be like easily fixed. Oh, I actually need this. So I'm just going along with things, pretending that it's okay. The reality is, I'm just trying to keep the peace because I need to be able to live here. So, a romantic relationship that probably is no longer romantic. And, we're roommates basically, or we have to be associated with each other because I can't do this on my own. Sounds good, Redbeard. What else? Seven of Wands and the reverse. Knight of Rings or Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Did I say the Three of Swords? There's been some like heartbreak here. It's like there was something along the lines of betrayal. I can't believe you would say that, or I can't believe you would do that, or I can't believe you would break that promise. It left someone feeling vulnerable, like, I guess I can't trust this person. And instead of it being resolved or addressed through changed behavior, we have someone that it's like it's a gaping wound that's just left alone. Like there's nothing healing that happened. No apology. Four of Rings or Four of Pentacles in the reverse, the Hierophant in the reverse, and the Star in the reverse. No healing. I just expect you to forget whatever happened. I'm not going to make things better. I'm not going to be a better partner. You're stuck basically, and I know it, so I don't have to actually change my behavior. Hey, Flower, how are you doing? And how are the kitties doing? That's good, Rachel. You guys, I didn't even check if my makeup was okay after 2 hours of tech support. I hope it gets extra productive for you, Rachel, if that's what you want. Sometimes it's good to have a day off, even if it's forced. Um, let's see. So we have Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Rings in the reverse. Yeah, this is a relationship of we can't really survive like financially independently. So even though I don't love you and you don't love me and I'm not interested in being a good partner, we're still together. We're still here. Thank you, Rachel. Let me see what we've got for flower here. Thank you for the tip, flower. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that. Messages or guidance, perhaps brought to you with those little babies coming in. And a new crush too? Oh, I'm excited for you. And new crush, insight, and it's an A name. Awesome. Well, I already had a happy encounter with someone with an A name, Alvin, who actually helped solve my problem. So A's are a good thing today. Let's see. We are at 11 minutes. So about 20 minutes wait for you, flower, but not too bad, right? Um, yes, please. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? Aw, thank you, Lemonade. What else do we have? Two of Pentacles in the reverse, Princess of Swords in the reverse, which is the Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Moon in the reverse. Yeah, it's unstable because somebody doesn't care to show the respect that their partner deserves. We have someone who's operating with not great intentions. It seems like they're just fine with there being problems. Eight of Swords in the reverse and the World. But whoever I'm reading for in particular, you acknowledge that this is a relationship that would be difficult to end, but you're not like specifically trying to make it difficult. I feel like you're about to find a way to move beyond this limitation or find a way to afford how to do things on your own. That's good. So we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles, ooh, and the Tree of Life. That's why I choose the Metamuse. If I ever choose this deck, primarily it's because I'm hoping to see this Tree of Life card that talks about somebody going through a spiritual awakening or having a different experience. So I think we have someone who's getting a new job. I was asking if this is love or work related. I think it's both. I think we have someone who has kind of accepted for a long time that they just kind of had to put up with what their relationship or living situation was. But as this Queen of Pentacles comes through, it's highlighting someone's ability to maybe set a little bit of money aside or start the process of applying for a new place. We have someone who is able to get some independence here. Hello, Tina. How are you doing today? What else do you have? Prince of Swords, the Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. This is someone who's realizing after this time of feeling like I couldn't go anywhere and I was stuck, there were no options for me. See, I'm still doing the show. Now I feel like I have mobility. Now I feel empowered to make some change. And it's going to mean that I can leave this living situation where I have felt like I have to walk on eggshells or I can't be myself or, I have to wake up earlier, go to bed, or I can't watch TV, whatever it is. It's like now I'm feeling like I'm going to be able to have my own living situation and I don't have to deal with whoever it was that was making things more difficult for me. No worries, Flower. Safe driving. Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing? So, this spiritual awakening is providing some newfound abundance and allows for some independence after this person has felt like they had to depend on their partner. So even though the partner who made this betrayal happen or was not really the best of partners might feel like there's no way the Queen of Pentacles can make a change or go off on their own. They're going to be, I think, quite surprised when they realize that this Queen of Pentacles has saved up money or has made the decision to actually find their own place. So, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse again. We have someone who realized, if I put my time and energy and save a little bit of money into it, over time, I will find a way to get my own living situation. All right, so let's get a few from the Fairy Lenormand. What else do we have? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Redbeard. My understanding after looking up a lot of like Google and Reddit results is that since the new software update about 6 days ago for YouTube, that there's been a lot of glitchy stuff. Hint, hint, YouTube. Maybe you want to work on that. So we have loyalty with the dog, number 18. Loss, or sorry, the fox, which is like reconnaissance. So this would be like looking for a new place. And then we have the clover, which talks about good luck. This person is expecting you to stay, even though they have not been good to you. They view you as a doormat and they're wrong because I think they're going to be pretty surprised when you have already figured out how to move forward, or when you, I don't know, maybe you're going to tell them face to face, maybe you're going to leave a note, but when it is made clear that you are vacating the premises, I think they're going to be a little bit shocked. Pikachu. What else do we have? The man and the rider. Yeah, I think we have someone who is leaving a place of residence where they have had a relationship that lost trust a long time ago. Their partner had made no effort whatsoever or very minimal effort to resolve those issues. And now someone is taking that initiative, um, very emperor type energy, and pursuing what they need in order to change that situation. And in order to be able to, I think, have their own place, or like maybe live with a friend, but I think it's probably more so their own place. What else do we have? King of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Wands in the reverse, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Oh, they're going to be so mad at you. But what am I supposed to do? See, you've been strategic. You've been looking for, what can I do to improve upon my financial situation? Maybe I can save a little bit of money here or earn a little bit extra money over there. Sell some records or some cool shoes, whatever. But we've got your partner or soon to be ex partner being kind of like lazy about it and viewing it as, oh, I'll always have the ability to split costs with the Queen of Pentacles, even though King of Pentacles in the reverse, they haven't really been doing much to contribute. Maybe they contributed a little bit and made it more feasible for you to live where you lived, or afford what you needed to. But when you walk away, when you set up your new life, this King of Pentacles in the reverse is going to kind of lose their mind. They don't really have the ability to um, go off on their own. They've been counting on you making things easier for them. So we have the star. You're able to find the resolution that you need in your life, despite this King of Pentacles in the reverse doing nothing about it. They expected you to act kind of helpless or freeze up, deer in headlights, not be able to make the changes, not be able to save up the money. they underestimated you, and it's going to be something that ends up, I think, being a little bit costly for them. No worries. So we have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. They are expecting you to enable either a pretty lackadaisical approach to finances or, fund their lifestyle completely. Some of you may be dealing with a person who doesn't have a job or is, constantly going in between the two. But now they're going to have a bit of a reality check when they realize they're not going to be able to count on the Queen of Pentacles anymore. When they realize that whatever manipulative energy they had been using to kind of keep you stuck, it's not going to keep you stuck anymore. And they're actually going to have to figure out their own plan. Hello, Grind Tired. How are you doing? What else? The Empress and the Page of Wands. So there's new abundant energy coming in for this Queen of Pentacles, who, even though there were a lot of reasons to be kind of negative about it or assume the worst, this Queen of Pentacles has kept moving forward, saving money or looking for ways to improve their situation. And now it's like you're leveling up to this Empress level, which is somebody who is known for being able to create or build an empire, someone who knows how to manage the emotional and the more professional side of things. So we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, the World in the reverse, and the Three of Wands in the reverse. You are about to shock this person. They do not expect you to be leaving or having the ability to get your own place. And when you do, that gives them kind of short notice. They feel like betrayed, even though they were the one who betrayed you in the first place, either by not really taking seriously the financial responsibility, or maybe even stepping out and being unfaithful. Whatever this betrayal was, seems like it would at least have been several months ago. They expected that you were stuck, and therefore they could continue acting the way that they had been acting. And they were wrong, so wrong. What else do we have? This is the situation step, by the way. Yeah. So they thought you were trapped. They thought they could keep you trapped, but you leveraged that frustration and you transmuted that energy. You started looking for jobs, started being more resourceful, or doing what you could to change your situation. And again, they underestimated you. They really didn't think you were going to be able to make significant change that would enable you to get your own place or move away from this relationship. And we've got anxiety and irreconcilable differences and love. I do feel like this is going to be someone who, for a long time, they haven't really shown you affection or been a good partner. But as they start to feel more nervous about being responsible for everything on their own, or losing you as a support, I think they're going to try to rebuild the emotional connection with you. And it is manipulative on their part. They could have chosen to do right by you, but they felt like they didn't have to. Now that they're worried about their living situation or how they'll be able to afford groceries, gas, whatever, if you leave, now they're turning on the charm. Now they're like, "Oh, baby, don't leave," right? But I think you know that this is because they're worried about you leaving and how that impacts them. It's not actually because they care about you. You deserve someone who cares about you for more reasons than just, "Will you pay my bills?" Right? Let's get a tarot deck that makes me smile. This is the Stained Glass Tarot. Enjoy your nap, Grind Hard. What else do we have, please? I'm down to 17% battery. I think we can make it, don't you? So we have the Four of Pentacles. and the 10 of Cups with the Four of Swords in the reverse. Do not believe the love bombing from this person who could not be pressed and didn't feel it was necessary to raise a finger before. They didn't want to help you before. They didn't want to make things easier or show you that they cared about you before. They were stingy. They didn't make money. They didn't help you pay the bills, or they weren't affectionate. They were letting you kind of wallow in this frustration. Again, for some of you, this is they let you down financially and or they were seeing somebody outside of the relationship. Now they want to play like happy life because they're nervous. They know they can't handle things on their own and they didn't think that you would actually find a way to manage your own life. So we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse and the Three of Cups. Yes. Let's be friends. Let's make it work. I'm sure we can make it work, but really they just don't want to pay their own bills. Now you have a good friend coming through with this 3 of Cups, and they're going to tell it to you straight. This person is going to make sure that you don't get distracted from the original plan that you had of walking away from this person. Could be a sibling or a best friend, but this is someone who's going to make sure that you don't believe or like fall for the love bombing or the manipulative tactics of your soon to be ex because they've seen this person in action. This 3 of Cups good friend of yours is going to remind you that your partner, the King of Wands, or sorry, King of Pentacles in the reverse, is also a King of Wands in the reverse, that they can be untrustworthy. Oh, I love it, flower. What is waiting for me? Hopefully a ton of positive energy. And let's see, we're at 27 minutes, so not too long before we get to those personal questions. Chariot in the reverse, 2 of Wands in the reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So we have 3 sevens already from this tarot deck, and all of them are in the reverse. Makes me feel like the person who was kind of laughing at the fact that you were stuck with them is now freaking out because they feel instability in their life. This is looking a lot to me like karma. They felt like they could basically keep you stuck, not let you go anywhere, but also not do right by you. And now they're going to have basically their turn at feeling stuck once you walk away. They're gonna feel like they don't have anything to invest in, or they're gonna feel like, they don't have any options to move forward, which is what they were trying to make you or they were comfortable with you feeling that way. Ace of Wands, a new beginning. 5 of Wands, they're gonna get argumentative about this new start. They're gonna freak out about you walking away, even though I think they kind of laughed at it before. Like, "Oh, sure, go ahead, leave. I bet you can't." This is karma for them, and I feel like also good karma for you because even though it was looking pretty dreary, you did not give up hope. Let's see. This is a gamer's ways. Cheese withdrawal. I just bought some pork queso, so it's probably gonna be my lunch. Super healthy. Just chips and like fat-free cheese. We know it's not fat-free. We know it's not. But it looks delicious, so I'm excited. We got stealth mission. Someone here is operating in the shadows. We can't always assume someone is being sneaky for nefarious reasons. They might be planning a surprise party or an ambush. Stay frosty. This is you planning your departure. Some of you have to keep this secret. You have to be very cautious as far as who you connect and tell the truth to, because I do feel like for some of you, if the partner knows too early on, they will try to find a way to sabotage your plans. Hey, how's it going, Sayur? ¿Cómo estás? Um, should I be honest? I'm feeling much better now that I'm talking to you all. It was a long morning. What else do we have? Next Gen Remake. Some remakes turn out better than others. This one is S tier. You may be sharing a long cherished game with youngins of your own or enjoying the freshness of it with your player too. This here is a dream come true. So there seems to be, with this next gen remake, an option of a new relationship that happens for you down the line. I'm not saying you jump from one relationship into another. I rarely encourage that. Okay. I think it's really important to have time on your own to heal from whatever happened in the previous situation. Right. But this is saying that you have been able to identify a strategy or a plan to get away from this not so great relationship, and by doing so, you plant the seed or you set the stage for a new relationship that's going to be much better. Someone you can actually trust. The thief isn't necessarily evil, but they do tend to work for self serving reasons. Their niche skills can prove to be useful if you make a friend of one, but they can often cause conflict amongst party members. So I'm picking up that your soon to be ex views you as the thief. Which is kind of amusing because I think they actually more closely fit that definition, but they feel like you're making life more difficult for them. It's really just that they didn't want to work with you or they didn't want to solve this issue with you. They were quite content with you working 2 or 3 jobs when they were not willing to contribute what they should have, or if they were spending frivolously. Bonus level. The bonus level is a relic of a bygone era, a whole section of the map full of coins. Only those who pass the developer's hidden test are deemed worthy of receiving this bounty. Be sure to give thanks for this abundance. So, yes, you are going to be in a much better financial situation. And I feel like initially it's because you set money aside or you make changes individually that enable you to get away from this person who has been a blocker, right? Linger as you move away from this person and you like remove them from your sphere, it enables you to get this bonus level. So your finances improve again. So the distance that you create between people who would like to keep you stuck in life and yourself, that distance enables you to like level up or get into that bonus level. Do not be a doormat for anyone. Do not, I mean, sometimes you really have to have enough time to be able to facilitate that change, right? Applying for new places, saving up money, allow yourself that time. But when you are capable of walking away from someone like this who has been using you, then do it. And it might end up being in a much better situation as a result because of good karma. Making the leaderboard means you're now highly visible. People might be talking about your achievements and recent rise to success. It's healthy to celebrate our wins, so take a second to do so. You look really cool right now. I love that card. So, you are going to be leveling up, my friend, and it's going to impact multiple levels of your living situation or your experience, right? All right, let's dive into those personal questions. This is the Pulp Tarot. What messages do we have for flower, guides or source, or perhaps even ancestors? What messages do we need to make sure flower hears, please? Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. You are being freed from financial restriction. This general reading may have resonated quite clearly for you because there is a shift towards positivity and towards gain. Even though you had been previously, or maybe still feel it, like you have to be a bit frugal or, cut back on expenses, you're going to feel much more comfortable financially soon. With the Eight of Swords, there's been some negative energy that you've been able to remove. You have the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. There is something that you need to say, something you need to speak out loud, Flower. And I do feel like this enables you to level up even just a little bit more. Or it's like, did you ever type in like cheat codes in order to get a whole bunch of extra money? That's what this looks like. So if you have to cut a cord, if you need to forgive someone, if you need to validate the confidence that you have in yourself, such as I'm a magnet for abundance or of abundance. Say something that you feel is suited to your current situation. It's going to improve that financial element all the more. Anything else, please? We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Wands in the reverse, and the Hierophant in the reverse. No more relationships with people who have murky professional goals or outlook. You're going to be paired up or having a really healthy relationship with someone who has no fear of commitment and someone who has an established career. So if you are encountering anyone where it's kind of like questionable as far as how we're going to be with that financial security, then it's a no for me. What else? King of Swords and the Eight of Cups in the reverse with the Magician. So I feel this is your energy. Your guides want you to realize that with the Eight of Cups in the reverse, there's some return of confidence, or it's like you feel sharper. Your mind is working better. You feel more capable. This is because of your willingness to see things differently, a change in perspective, and presumably also because of this thing that you need to speak into existence. You might want to make sure that you're saying it at least 3 times. Yes, I will buy my motorbike. I like it. And what about this new crush? What does Flower need to know about the crush with the A name? We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Sun, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Pentacles. So I feel like there is some like concern here that your crush may have gone through, maybe even a sense of regret over a previous relationship. And as such, there could be some need to heal. With the Nine of Cups in the reverse, I feel like there's still some questioning here on A's part as far as what do I want and what am I looking for? But this person's coming through as a King of Pentacles. I feel like this is what your message was saying earlier. You have to make sure that this is someone who has that financial stability or that understanding, right? This is just saying you want to be pacing it correctly. I think this is someone who is enlightened. I think they still have a few things to work out. So if you take a slower approach to it, it's going to work out. Thank you, Sayer. I appreciate that. Oh, Rachel got it. That's amazing. I love that. And what do we have regarding what's waiting for Flower? Is it perhaps cheese? We have the Tower, significant change. What kind of tower? Oh, see, you are manifesting a lot of change in your life right now. So that's why your thoughts and your words are so important, and why this manifestation power was called out early in the reading for you. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Two of Pentacles. It's extremely important right now to not let anybody mess with your energy. Do not give away your power to people who could impact your mood, for example. Road rage, no thank you. Somebody calling you ugly, get out of here. I know, beautiful. This is something about your confidence and that bold energy that you have serving you extremely well in this time. So take full advantage. This is basically telling you you need to like supercharge and realize just how powerful those words are, because it's going to impact how things actually turn out for you. But there is a lot of positivity out here waiting for you. I think you've got a lot of positive things that are going to be happening over the summer. And is she going to be able to manifest some cheese? No, sadly not. There are more important things for your energy to be going towards. I do feel like cheese is in your future, but you got to make sure that you're getting away from that negative energy that has been kind of holding you back. And Sayir, did we have a question? I can pull some cards for you without a question, but if you have a specific question, I need to know. Otherwise, thank you, Flower, for being delightful. And I wish you like lots of abundance and hopefully also some cheese. All right, let's see what we've got for Sayir. This is, ooh, I almost dropped that. This is the Santa Muerte. What do we have for Sayir, please? What do we have for Sayir, please? We have the Four of Cups, the Three of Swords in the reverse, Two of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Magician in the reverse. This feels to me like driving down a street hoping that it'll serve as kind of like a shortcut or a way to get where you need to go, but then realizing it's a dead end. Something that you had hoped was going to work. It's not exactly the salve that you need, or it's not the resolution that you need. And then I see someone going back to the drawing board. Okay, so what other plans can I come up with? What other options do I have? And with this Magician in the reverse, the really important part of the message is do not give up just because you encounter a dead end or because you encounter, an error message. There is another way for this to work for you. And with your confidence and intuition intact, I feel you are able to figure out what that other option is. So don't give up. Make sure that you are thinking outside the box. I do feel like you're able to come up with what you need to be able to make this work. But it's one of those things where probably a lot of other people would just give up and be like, "Oh, I guess I can't do it." Kind of like me. I probably could have given up and just taken the day off, but I'm stubborn and determined. And so here we are. We've got a live stream going on, right? There is a ladder somewhere for you to find, and it will get you out of whatever problematic situation it is, even if it's negotiating for higher pay or winning an argument. There is some other way here that you're able to make this work, even if it seems like you have no other options left. So do not give up easily. Hello, Daryl. How are you doing? Hello, how's it going, Cozy? All right, y'all. My laptop is about to die. It's down to 4% battery. So I gotta go charge that and probably eat some food and then hopefully be back later with another live stream. I love you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for liking. Toodles.